Welcome to today's Drop Everything and Listen. This one's a little bit different and is a non-fiction text called Surrounded by Idiots, the 4 Types of Human Behaviour, or How to Understand Those Who Cannot Be Understood. In this book, it explains the benefits of being able to communicate and how to communicate to others competently. Here are your 3 questions. Number 1, what might feel depressing? Number 2, what can't you base your method of communication on? And number 3, how can we avoid blatant blunders? Today's extract comes from the opening of the book, from Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Communication happens on the listener's terms. Does that sound strange? Let me explain. Everything you say to a person is filtered through his frames of references, biases, and preconceived ideas. What remains is ultimately the message that he understands. For many different reasons, he can interpret what you want to convey in a totally different way than you intended. What is actually understood will naturally vary depending on who you are speaking to, but it is very rare that the entire message gets through exactly as you conceived it in your mind. It may feel depressing, knowing that you have so little control over what your listener understands. No matter how much sense you would like to knock into the other person's head, there's not that much you can do about it. This is one of the many challenges of communication. You simply can't change how the listener functions. However, most people are aware of and sensitive to how they want to be treated. By adjusting yourself to how other people want to be treated, you become more effective in your own communication. Why is this so important? You help other people understand you by creating a secure arena for communication on their terms. Then the listener can use his energy to understand rather than to consciously or unconsciously react to your manner of communicating. All of us need to develop our flexibility and so be able to vary our style of communication, adapting it when we speak to people who are different from us. Here we find another truth. No matter what method you choose to communicate with, as an individual, you will always be in the minority. No matter what kind of behaviour you have, the majority of people around you will function differently from you. You can't just base your method of communication on your own preferences. Flexibility and the ability to interpret other people's needs is what characterises a good communicator. Knowing and understanding another person's style of behaviour and method of communication will result in more educated guesses about how a person may possibly react in various situations. This understanding will also dramatically increase your ability in getting through to the person in question. No system is perfect. Let me be clear about one important point. This book doesn't claim to be totally comprehensive with respect to how we, as people, communicate with each other. No book can do that, because the number of signals we constantly transmit to those around us wouldn't fit into any book. Even if we could include body language, the difference between male and female dialogue, cultural differences, and all the other ways to define variations in communication, we wouldn't be able to write everything down. We could add psychological aspects, graphology, age, and astrology, and still not get a 100% complete picture. According to the American Journal of Business Education, more than 50 million assessments have been made using certain tools, and even with all this information, communication remains a fascinating and puzzling topic. People are not an Excel spreadsheet. We can't calculate everything. We're too intricate to be described in full. Even the youngest child is far more intricate than anything that could be conveyed in a book. However, we can avoid the most blatant blunders by understanding the basics of human communication. And here are the answers to your questions. Number 1. It might feel depressing having little control over what your listener understands. Number 2. You cannot base your method of communication on your own preferences. And number 3. You can avoid blatant blunders by understanding the basics of human communication. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you have any ideas for books or stories that you would like to hear, please do let me know.